पूरा ही गया हुआ है कोई
This photo should have been the beginning of a new life, a fresh start after years of struggle, but instead it becomes the final page of a family story. Hi, I'm Sarah Khan and you're watching Think Wrong. Today, we're not just talking about the plane crash, we are talking about the broken system, human loss, and how preventable tragedies are still happening in one of the world's fastest growing aviation markets, India. Meet Pratik Joshi, his wife Dr. Komi Vyas, and their three little children. After 6 years of waiting, visa delays, separation, and hard work, the family was finally moving to London. Komi had resigned from her medical job. Pratik had left everything behind. Their bags were packed, their future imagined, their hearts full of hope. They clicked a selfie aboard Air India flight AI 171. They were glowing, they were dreaming, and minutes later, they were gone. The flight took off from Ahmedabad at 1:15 pm. By 1:38 pm, it had crashed. A total of 242 people were on board, 232 passengers and 10 crew members. The flight was heading to London Gatwick. Only one person survived, the passenger seated at 11A. Eyewitness videos shows the aircraft flying low, struggling to gain altitude, and then crashing into a medical college hostel, exploding into a massive fireball. The plane was fully fueled. It was a long-haul international flight. According to report, the pilot made a mayday call, but there was no communication after that. So the question is, what exactly went wrong? Let's look at the non-fact. The plane fell from 825 feet. It was a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, a modern aircraft. It was piloted by Captain Sumit Sabharwal with over 8,000 hours of flying experience and co-pilot Clive Kunder with 1,100 hours. They sent out a distress call, which means they were aware that something was going wrong. So why the plane couldn't get lift? Why did emergency control kick in immediately? Aviation expert Sanjay Lazar said this was a catastrophic failure to achieve lift, and at such low altitude, there's no time to recover. But that's the only technical part. The aircraft didn't just crash, it destroyed the doctor's hostel at PG Pedigree College. 5 MBBS students, 1 PG resident doctor, and the wife of a senior doctor died on the spot. Over 60 medical students were injured. Imagine young future doctors sitting in their hostel dining hall having lunch when suddenly a plane crashes into the wall. Lunch plates were still on the table, food untouched, dreams shattered. These weren't just passengers. They were student, doctor, mother, father, grandfather, all with a story. This wasn't a plane full of strangers, it was a flight full of lives. Dinesh Kumar Patel, a lifelong farmer, was taking his first flight, a trip to London to visit his son. Ratilal Patel, a 71-year-old from Kadi, was going to meet his son Tejas, who had made a life for himself in the UK. Newly married young Khushbu leaving for London to meet her husband. 241 stories, all interrupted brutally, permanently. Now the question arises, was the aircraft mechanically fit to fly? Was the maintenance team fully transparent with the logs? Was the aircraft overloaded? Was there pilot fatigue, weather failure, or technical negligence? This is not the first crash in India in recent years. 2020, Kozhikode plane crash, 21 dead. 2010, Mangalore crash in which 158 dead. And each time we hear the same sequence. DGC investigation, technical committee formed, pilot blamed, public forgotten. Is this pattern going to continue until the next crash? Mainstream media will show you emotional videos, survivor footage, and viral clips. But what they won't ask is, why wasn't this flight grounded despite warnings? What is the state of India's aviation safety protocols? Why do mayday calls still go unanswered in 2025? And here's the bigger question, is the rapid expansion of India's aviation industry happening at the cost of safety? Are we focusing more on profit and numbers and less on lives and accountability? This is not about Air India. It's about systematic rot, bureaucratic indifference, and a nation where people are expected to accept tragedy as a fate. A family flying to start a new life, doctors who are supposed to save lives, students who work their entire youth to become someone. All lost, not to war, but to our own negligence.